I really don't know where some of these people come up with these tactical names. The Posession.Dingleball. Let's just take a look. Yes, ladies and gents, this one is called the Posession.Dingleball. I have absolutely no idea where they got this name, but as you can see, it is a standard 4-2-3-1 custom control possession, balanced mentality. You have a goalkeeper this time around in defend, a wingback on both sides in automatic, ball playing defender on the left in defend, a central defender on defend in the right, a central midfielder automatic on the left, a deep line playmaker in defend on the right, a winger in support on the left, an inside forward in attack on the right, an advanced playmaker in support in central spot, and then a poacher up top in attack. In possession, attacking width is wide, play out of defense, shorter passing directness, tempo is slightly higher, mix crosses and work the ball into the box. In transition, counter press, distribute to the center backs and take short kicks. And then out of possession, high press line of engagement, higher defensive line, prevent short goalkeeper distributions, and trigger press more often. No opposition instructions whatsoever. Again, as I'm always going to say, this is a tactic that was just, we simmed through the entire season with these three teams. You can definitely do better on your own as you play each match in your own, style and manner and all that. And I will say the tactical page on the Steam Workshop has a picture of a dude holding a fish. I don't even know what that has to do with Dingleball, but the only description is, this is it, honestly, try it. So we tried it, it did not work. At least in our Sims version. I mean, Newcastle in 15th with 41 points, only 10 points off of relegation. Wolves in 13th with 42. And then Tottenham, I mean, they get 5th place. So maybe take a look at this if you're a Tottenham team. 5th place with 63 points. Still, you've seen better goal tallies or better point tallies in other tactics. But they still get Europa spots. It's something, I guess. Schedule wise, it is incredibly spotty at certain times. 2 wins, then 2 losses, then 2 wins, 4 losses, then back to 2 wins. So you're kind of just going back and forth and back and forth. There is a fantastic run, though, here in the FA Cup 4th round replay from Southampton all the way down to Brighton. Unfortunately, you do drop out against Manchester City in extra time in the FA Cup semis, but then just completely not great from that point on. 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, all in all. Definitely could have picked it up a little bit better against some of these teams, but that run right there is just a fantastic run to see. But losing out in the EFL Cup semifinals against Liverpool, and then how did they do in the Champions League? It looks like you didn't go far in the Champions League at all, did you? So yeah, you lost to PSG, to Sporting. You win against Celtic, lose against Celtic, win against Sporting, and then lose against PSG, and you're just dropped out completely. So not a great season in terms of the cups whatsoever for Tottenham. Wolves, as you would expect, I mean, just god awful. 1 win in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 matches. 4-1, fantastic win against Bournemouth, but 12 matches and you've won 1. That is it. You finally pick it up against Leicester and West Ham, but then drop 2 more against Leeds and Liverpool. Overall, ouch. I mean, this is just really painful to see. You lose against Lincoln City in the FA Cup 3rd round. EFL Cup, I'm going to assume you went out. Yep. Leicester, 0-2 right there, right at the very start. So, I mean, I guess your April and May were okay. You only have 2 losses in that entire time period, but still, that is just awful to see. And as you'd expect, Newcastle is really not much better. They do have actually 2 wins and a draw in their first 5, but still, you get, I mean, all these losses right here. October, not great. I mean, no wins in November. You have a fantastic January, I will say that. And then you just drop off yet again. Tottenham 0-1 loss all the way down. All the way down to this Man City 0-6. But you lose out in the FA Cup 5th round against Tottenham. You lose out in the EFL Cup in penalties against Tottenham. Tottenham is your bogey team this season. But overall, just, oh, God. So Newcastle transfers, they did pick up Kuol again. We've seen that before, but Luis Alberto for 48.5 million from Lazio. That's nice to see. Jashari from Luzern from 4.6, and then Shakir again for 15.75 from Trabzonspor. No outs that we haven't seen before. Wolves, same stuff we've seen. Thiago Santos from Estoril Praia for 1 million. Outs. Same as you. There you go. Neves out on loan for 450K total fee. That is it. I'm going to assume there's a clause in there that he buys, but oh my lord, 450K, that's it? Looks like there's no buy-on clause. Playing monthly fee of 90K, unused fee of 90K. Wow, they got him cheap. Maybe we should have tried that in real life. So I'm pretty sure we've seen these before for Tottenham. Ronnie Edwards from Peterborough, 3.2. Giovanni Di Lorenzo from Napoli, 29.5. Facundo Torres from Orlando City for 8.75. And then Sievert Mansverk from Mold from 3.1. And then Mathurin to Luton Town for 175K. That's a new one. But Fagan Walcott and Niall John, have we've seen before. Squad wise for Tottenham, again, pause it where you want to see, who you want to see. We're just going to go through these really quickly. Newcastle's squad. There you go. A couple more greens. I mean, not overall average rating, but the last 5, they did a much better job. And then finally with Wolves, there you go. A little bit more green, but still just awful to see. And Premier League stats, most goals. You got Tottenham in 5th with 62. Fewest shots against Tottenham in 4th with 393. You have, do you have most? Yeah, Tottenham in 8th with most dribbles made. Fewest conceded, though. Man City, there you go. Tottenham, though, in 5th, and Wolves in 8th, so you have something for Wolves. Most shutouts, Tottenham is in 6th place with 13. Most tackles won, absolutely nobody. Most shots for, nobody. And most points per game, Tottenham in 5th, as you would expect. Player overview, most goals, Holland with 50, whopping of Jesus. Raul Jimenez, though, up there with 23. Harry Kane with 20, so a lot less than what we've seen before. No assists whatsoever. Nobody in that column. Most player of the match awards, nobody. Wow. I mean, best passing, but that's usual. Most dribbles made. St. Maximin, Newcastle with 159. Pedro Neto with 154. And Traore with 121. Fewest conceded. Shaqiri with 27 for Newcastle. Nick Pope, 36, also for Newcastle. And Hugo Lloris for 43. So Newcastle's been using a couple of goalkeepers here and there. Most shutouts, Hugo Lloris, there you go with 13. Most tackles won. Absolutely nobody, because they didn't do very well whatsoever. Most key passes, absolutely no one. There you go. Most shots, Raul Jimenez with 99. Alexander Isaac with 110. So stats for the teams in all competitions. Harry Kane is the top goal scorer with 29. Coop Miners with 7.20 highest average rating, so a new boy. Son with 17 assists, and most player of the match awards. Kane and Perisic with 6 player of the match awards apiece. Wolves in just lowly 13th place. Raul Jimenez with 23 goals for all competitions. Moutinho with 7.01 at highest average rating. That's not very good at all. Moutinho with 6 assists. And then Joseph Sa with 3 player of the match awards. Definitely a very lowly return. Then surprised they weren't relegated, Newcastle. Alexander Isaac with 19 goals. Nick Pope with 7.06 highest average rating. Nabil Fekir with 7 assists. And then most player of the match awards, Alexander Isaac with 3. Overall, this tack just did not do very well whatsoever. Again, as I'm going to say, I've said in the beginning, do it yourself. Play each match how you want to play it. Use your shouts. Use your own squad. Things like, your own squad choices and things like that. But overall, it doesn't look like this did anything whatsoever to these 3 teams. I'm sad to say. But that is it for me, Sefian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.